Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to Leela Budgets. This is the Financial Goals Hop. Donna's done it to me again. She's put me after the three founders. I'm a bit like, oh. Okay. So, this is the Financial Goals Quarter 2 Hop. You might remember we did one in Quarter 1. We are going to review Quarter 2 as we've moved into Quarter 3. Just to see the goals. If you hear any snoring or there's any child interruptions, I'm really sorry. Both the girls are asleep. It's currently 9:10 on Thursday evening, and I just wanted to get this filmed so that it was up ready for Friday in case YouTube decided to have a hissy fit and not let me upload for any reason. So Donna kicked off on Tuesday, the 1st of July. Mama Bear, Budget with Mama Bear, Steph went Wednesday. Andra went today. I'm going for Friday. And then Mary's Way of Life is on Sunday. Okay, you can find this over on donnapoweredbycreativity.com. It has been created by Donna, Steph and Andra. So that's Donna Powered by Creativity, Budget with Mama Bear is Steph, and the Travelling and Savings Chief, which is Andra, who I believe by now is actually retired. Woo! So her goals, I'm sure, have changed immensely. And when I finish recording this, I'm going to go and see if her video is up and have a watch. Okay, so check out these guys. They're amazing. The whole point in doing this is to see if we can take any little light bulb moments from anybody else's, as well as kind of looking back and reflecting on where we've maybe gone wrong, maybe where we've gone right, and just kind of going forward with that. I'm sorry, I know the lighting's not great. I'll start with that. Now, lots of things can change your goals. I remember I went back today and watched my end of quarter one video, and in it I said that I would have lost my weight by July 2025, and that wouldn't be a problem. But guess what? Life wasn't straightforward. Life lifed on me, and I'm not there yet. So, but I am now refocusing. And do you find that when something in your life kind of throws up something different, that it kind of hits you in multiple different ways? I know Donna had this, and Murray at Budgets and Chaos had it. I kind of been going through some medical stuff with Lee at the minute, and it's thrown my whole diet out. It's thrown my budget completely out, and I just need to. I am this month taking grip and getting back on it, and if that means being really strict with the budget for the time being, so be it. We've had a couple of months of scaling it right back just to get the essentials covered. I'm not in any debt still, which is fantastic. I haven't been since 2021. But yeah, so let's have a look at quarter 2 and see what happened. The reason I haven't made this envelope up, by the way, is just because there was a change on it and I suddenly realised and reprinted the new one and haven't made it up yet. We also have July's Hop calendar, and I'm so excited. On the 20th, I get to host the Hop, the first time across the pond. Ah, exciting. Right, so go check this out. It's on donnapoweredbycreativity.com. It is free. You can print it off. I will be linking all the channels in the description box. So we will go from there. Okay. Right. Quarter 2. So my message has always been save consistently, because consistency is going to be key to 1, getting you out of debt, and 2, getting you to your goals. I've managed to cover the essentials and save consistently still. I feel a bit like because I didn't quite cover everything that I had wanted to when I set out a very vague budget at the start of the year. But do you know what? I'm not in debt. I am hitting my major goal. And it doesn't matter. Sometimes life lifes. So save consistently. Well, that's a bit of a grey area. Focus on funding Makaton training. Now that has been my big goal for this year, and still is. So I can give you an update on that. I am at £1,070 in my goal. And the overall goal for that is 2,495. So I am on track. Like, although the budget's been really hard and everything else, I have managed to keep that one going specifically on track, because that will be a future source of income for me once I qualify. Now, when we go over the page, I'll show you my level 4 training date has come in, which is amazing. But then after I've completed that, I have to then wait 6 months before I can start the tutor training and basically spend all that money. Okay. Adjust budget to fit requirements for this financial quarter. Trust me. We've had a few unexpected little trips. Some of them have been for fun, like to the seaside, to our chalet or as the girls call it, the holiday house, which have been really good fun, but they have impacted my budget. You know, all right, we're not paying for accommodation when we get there, but I still got to pay for the extra fuel. There are other little treats that you have when you're away that you don't have when you're at home that cost a little bit extra. So it's about trying to be more mindful of that, and this quarter just kind of went to pot in terms of that. So I did adjust to fit, and I did stay on track for my Makaton. Again, for May, save consistently into sinking funds. Again, I covered all the basics, or not all the basics, but all the essentials. Stick to budget. That didn't quite happen. And then fully fund the summer holidays. I also haven't done that yet, but we're not at the summer holidays yet. But when I say summer holidays, I'm talking about the school summer holidays. So in my children's binder, we have summer holidays. Now, I didn't budget an awful lot for it anyway, to be fair. But I budgeted 320, and I've done 50, 150. I've got 175. But I've still got a couple of paydays, even whilst we're in the summer holidays. There's nothing stopping me adding to this. So I am going to try my damnedest to keep as much of that money as possible. I don't even know if you can see that bit. But I'm going to try really hard to keep as, without shortchanging the kids, to keep as much money of that as possible to allocate into like the October half term and Christmas and things like the other school holidays. Basically, it will just go back into the other school holidays. Oh, I don't know where that came from. Right. Put off by an elastic band. Whoa. Okay. Save consistently into sinking funds. Again, I covered the essentials in June. I'm not even beating about the bush. So Lee got diagnosed, or we're still in the process of the diagnosis, but she blatantly has got celiac disease, which in the grand scheme of things is nothing for us, apart from the fact that the food is so much more expensive. So I did buy a bread maker, because I refused to pay £3 for a loaf of bread that's like this big. It's got like 10 tiny little slices in it. So I thought I'd make my own. It is cheaper. Stick to budget. Again, I reined the budget right back to account for some overspending in different areas. So did I do it or didn't I? Nah. Complete and fully fund birthdays for 2025. Now that I have done. My niece is my last birthday this year, and her birthday is in August. And I have got the money put aside for her birthday. She's going to be 5. And so the goal now is then to move into quarter 3. And I've got a few more goals. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm trying to really focus on drilling down into bits that I really want to do. So as per all the other months, save consistently into sinking funds. Consistency, consistency, consistency. You're gonna be sick of me saying it. Adjust budget to fit Lee's new dietary requirements. Like I say, I've bought the bread maker, but there's still some tweaks that we need to do. All of the food that she has that, that kids have, biscuits, cakes. Now I can bake cakes, that's not a problem. When I say biscuits, for kind of more like cookies is what I mean. But all those little things that you kind of take out and about with you, pack lunches, that sort of thing, they're so much more expensive than the normal stuff. But it's just something that we need to work around, and I need to reevaluate a bit. July, I need to stick to the budget. I need to stick to the budget in order to hit my goals. Focus is still very much on for the Makaton training. Like I say, I am on target. I'm at £1,070. There'll be another few hundred going into that in July, and so on. Okay. Focus on the health sinking fund. Now, Lee has been having private occupational therapy sessions, and they cost me £75 a session, and she's been having 2 in 1 month. I think the OT actually had her booked in for 3 sessions, because it was a 5-week month. Fortunately, one of those got cancelled. So I want to focus more on the health sinking fund to build it up a bit so that there's a bit of a backup and a bit of reserve for when the invoice hits. Start building sinking fund for birthdays for 2026. I will now do that. So the money's that every month, basically, I put £100 into birthdays. I'm going to continue to do that even though birthdays are fully funded for this year, to get a head start ready for next year so that the kids' parties and things can be just paid for. Last birthday's at the end of February. My birthday's the end of January. Mr. Lee Lars' birthday's the end of March. And Lee's birthday's the start of May. So, and that's without anybody else's stuff going on. Try and sell car before the end of this quarter. So, in my first video, I did say that I would potentially be selling a car. I am. It's a little Vauxhall Corsa, which is by GM. It's 10 years old. It's only got 56,000 miles on the clock. I'm not giving you the sales pitch, but I need to try and sell it because that money will then be used for the garden renovation and potentially aircon for my house. We don't typically have aircon in our houses in the UK, but with the heat wave that we've just had, I need to make sure the girls are comfortable. Okay, August. Save consistently into sinking funds. Hopefully by August, my budget will be completely back on track and where I want it to be. Focus on Makaton training. My level 4 is coming up at the end of August. So once I complete that, I am then eligible to be put forward for the tutor training. But there's an interview process which you have to pay for. It's a few £100s. That's included in the £2,495 that I am saving for. And you have to pass that before you get accepted onto the course. And then you have to wait 6 months before you can actually start the training. It's quite intensive. Focus on the health sinking funds for the reasons that I'd mentioned before. Stick to budget, which I'm definitely going to try and sort out. Try and come in under budget for the school holidays. As I explained before, I want to try and do that so that I can roll the money straight into the next one. September, they go back to school. Save into sinking funds consistently. Keep focus on the Makaton training funds because I can't afford to let that fall behind because there is no payment option on that course. Stick to the budget and keep building up the health sinking fund. So they are my goals for quarter 3. We've reviewed my goals for quarter 2. Like I say, I think it's very tricky because once one thing, it's a bit like dominoes, you knock one and loads of other things have that knock-on effect. And that has truly happened to me in quarter 2 with Lee's health, I know it's only a dietary change. I am a qualified nutritionist anyway. I also work with her dietitian. But just, and it wasn't a surprise that she even had it because I have a prolific family history of it. But it just threw me completely, and it meant overspending in my budget. You know, I really had to work hard to rein it back. And yes, I'm lucky. I've got binders full of money and I can pull from different things. But is that what I wanted to do? And is that where I wanted to be this year? No. No is the answer. Anyway, that's my look into Q3. Check out those guys, like I said before. I will list every single person in the date order in the comments. I'm really sorry about the lighting. I just wanted to make sure that this video was up so that you guys got to see it on the day it was due to be shown. And amazingly, both my girls have been quiet and stayed asleep. Right, I will catch you all very, very soon. Look forward to hearing from Mary at Mary's Way of Life on Sunday. Mindy's budgeting is on Tuesday. Save with Judy is on Wednesday. Lisa Grateful Me is going on Thursday. And Jeanette's Journey is going on Friday. I'm going to leave the calendar for you guys to go check out on Donna's. And I will catch you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.